Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. A shout out to drone enthusiasts everywhere, and as usual, a shout out to all of my friends at the Drone Seekers. Hey guys, it's been a while since I've posted a video. Just to give you a little bit of a backstory, I got back from Spin Up in Austin, Texas, and boy did I catch a cold. Man, it was bad stuff. So I was down with a cold for a while. I mean, you might have seen me on some live streams and stuff, and trust me, it was all I could do to get through those. Anyway, glad to be on the downhill side of that thing. Still got a little bit of a cough, but anyway, all that aside, time to start making some videos again. And what I've got today is the Parrot Anafi. So the Anafi, I'm sad to say, I haven't flown for quite a while. When last summer, when Sarah and I got back from southern Utah, I sent the Anafi that I had back to Amazon and exchanged it for this one. Had some problems with that. And so I think I flew this one maybe once or twice since then, but that's been about it. So the other day I was feeling better. I got this thing out, I updated it. There were a bunch of updates to the Anafi itself and to the controller, and I know as well there was an update to the app, and I know there's a bunch of new features in the app. You know, have some patience with me today. I'm going to have to kind of reacquaint myself with everything in the Free Flight 6 app. But we'll look at some of that new stuff and mess around with it and see what we can do. So yeah, let's quit messing around. Let's get this little baby in the air, and we'll just have some fun. Oh, by the way, I'm out at Heroes Park. It's about 60 degrees outside. You can see it's a blue sky, sunny day. It's a nice day today. We do have a little bit of an inversion in Idaho today, in southern Idaho. It's what happens is it keeps the air trapped down in the valley here, so it kind of gets to be unhealthy air after a while, and it kind of takes a storm or something to blow it out. But in any case, let's quit messing around. Let me get this thing ready to go, and we'll get it in the air. Hey, before I get going here, I want to show you this this rig that I have that holds this thing together. And in fact, the very reason that I'm concerned about it happened just now. It came loose. So what happens is this thing right here fits around the neck and snaps closed over it. The problem is it's not very secure. So I just snapped it just now, but it comes loose so flippin' easy that it just isn't really. It's just not reliable. My intention today was to bring a zip tie with me and run through this hole here and zip tie around it so that it stayed secure, and I forgot to bring a zip tie. So I think the better solution today is I'm just going to fit the phone in there like that, and I'm just going to have to be careful and make sure it doesn't slip out of there. But yeah, we'll get this figured out. I know Skydio offers a solution for bigger phones since they use the same remote, and so does Parrot. Parrot was sold out of their tablet holder, they call it, and haven't seen it available for a while, so hopefully that'll come available again. But and that one that I have, I'm sure it could probably be modified to work, but I don't know. You know, it makes me mad that, you know, somebody tries to that I think I bought that on Amazon, and you know, it just doesn't. It's just not engineered well enough to work. But in any case, let's get this thing in the air. Okay, so we're connected to the drone. First thing I'm going to do is go into the SD card and format it. I've got some files in there from the last time I flew, but I just want to format it here, so we'll erase that. Okay, so we have a freshly formatted card. I am not seeing any big changes. We're at 4K 30 frames per second. Video mode is standard, which you can do cinema, hyperlapse, slow motion, or high frame rate. So we're going to leave it in standard. Let's take a look at the yeah, so this is just the same options when you click on the little wheel in the corner, the gear in the corner there. And it's in sport mode right now, manual flight. I'm thinking I'm just gonna well, let's start off in oh yeah, so here's all the new modes. So we'll mess around with some of this. So we got film mode, cinematic, racing, and sports. So that's what we'll mess around with today. That was part of that new update. So let's start out in film mode so we're nice and easy. And let's go ahead and take off. I'm hitting takeoff on the screen. This is just such a smooth, quiet drone. I freaking love this thing, man. So let's spin it around here, and we'll do our usual bringing it in for a good look here. Let's see how close we can get it to the camera here. Back it off just a little. So there they are. There's the Anafi. Let's do a quick yaw here. So that's in cinema mode, so it's a nice, slow, easy yaw. Okay, so I'm going to flip it into sport mode, and we are going to do a manual droning. So we are going to go backwards and up. I'm going to tilt the camera up here just a little. Backwards and up. And there we are. Let's drop the gimbal just a little bit. Nice flat horizon. Looks good. Facing directly into the sun there. Let's go a little bit away from the sun. Let's go out to the corner of the park out here. Maybe we ought to just fly across the street for a second. I'm going to grab some altitude. This thing is getting with the program. 11 meters per second. And you can see all the construction going on there. Getting a little breakup on FPV here, and I am showing a red X. Yeah, very strong interference. I'm going to see if I can push past it. That seems to be a spot that I've got interference with this thing before. Yeah. Boy, I'll tell you what. FPS is completely frozen up. So I'm going to bring it to a stop here, and let's go ahead and hit return to home. I don't know, let's see if we got FPS here. Let me see if I can turn around. Yeah, if we can. It's frozen, so yeah, and I just lost FPS altogether. That kind of came back. Yeah, I'm going to quit messing around, hit return to home. That's an issue that I've had with this guy, is that the Wi-Fi in an urban environment, it just doesn't, you end up getting a lot of interference. And you can see on the Wi-Fi here, we're back over the top of the park. Yeah, now it's starting to come back. It was pretty mottled up there. Boy, she's coming back fast. Let's let her come down. Let's see how close it gets to the landing pad. Oh man, it's zooming in on it. Look at that. That was fun watching it correct. Yeah, precise landing, home set. We're gonna land. You guys see that? That's what I call precision landing. That was cool. What was fun is I was watching the drone as it came down, and I watched it correct itself to hit that landing. So that was cool. I'm going to set it facing north. I don't know how you guys feel about that. That is just that's really gratifying to see the drone just nail a landing like that. I really like that. That's cool. So let's take off again. And gosh, let's see, we were in sport mode. Let's try racing and see what that does. I think what it does then is it tilts. You end up with some tilt as you go around corners, but we're going to find out here. Okay, so full stick forward. And she's hauling the mail, man. Oh yeah, just what I thought. It's like airplane mode. Look at that. Now, is that cool or what? Yeah, that's freaking awesome. Holy cow. Yeah, and it's telling me interference, and I'm right here within the park. I mean, I realized I wasn't facing directly to the drone, but it shouldn't be that bad. Here we are going into the sun again. That's not good. Oh, this is a riot. I can imagine with FPV glasses, this would be fun. Oh, man, this is so cool. I'm loving every minute of this. Very strong interference, it says. I don't know what that is about. Full stick forward. We're going to go right over the top, over the parking lot here. Right over the top of us. Doing a hard left bank. Oh, that's fun watching the drone. I mean, the drone, when it's in full tilt forward, it's really facing forward too. Man, it is fun watching this thing fly, guys. Okay, enough of that. That was a riot. Okay, let's go into cinematic. We haven't tried that. Let's bring her down and bring her in. So I think what cinematic does is it just essentially mushes up the controls. In other words, it won't come to a quick stop. So I'm going to bring the drone directly into us here. Yeah, and I'm watching it there. It just doesn't it doesn't come to that quick stop like it normally would. Yeah, like I hit reverse there because I didn't want it to hit us. So now I'm going to let off. and you'll see how far it goes. So you can watch my sticks here as we'll come forward. Yeah, so that's interesting. So hopefully that got on camera there. Yeah, so I can see how that would get you some nice smooth video. Now what you'd have to be careful about is hitting something, right? You don't want to run into something because because that extra length that it takes to stop. It still seems to be pretty fast in cinema mode though, so I don't think it affects speed too much. Oh, interesting, man! I just love that they're adding these things for us. So so let's go into CineShots and see what else they have added here. I don't see anything, guys. I'm trying to remember if there is an orbit. Now I've used the spiral and the reveal. 360, I think, is just a yaw. I'm pretty darn sure. Yeah, I'm gonna try it right now. Yeah, and the drone is just doing a 360-degree yaw around. So we're gonna stop that. I knew that's what it was, but I'm trying to remember. I know there's an automated orbiter. I thought there was. Let's look at spiral. No, done that spiral a bunch of times. Epic is always fun. That's basically a droney. And the reveal is a fun one. The reveal is pretty cool. Smart dronies. Cameraman is where it just tracks you. And of course, follow me. Let's go into smart dronies. So let's bring it in. I don't know if I'm close enough for it to target me or not, but we'll see. Yeah, so there's the orbit. I knew it was in here. I just couldn't remember where it was. So I wanted to pick up a little bit of altitude there. So I stopped that. Let's see. What is a parabola? You know, guys, I apologize because I know I should know all this stuff already, and I know I've done it before, but it's been so long that I forgot. So we're going to try a parabola now. And yeah, and I think that's where it just goes up. Yeah, so that's essentially a spiral, and then it comes directly over the top of you. Yeah. Yeah, then it dropped back down to height, which had me concerned since it was behind me and above the building. So let's do a manual circle here. Yeah, that was just Marcus on the sticks. And man, I was going to do a dolly zoom, but let's do a boomerang. I think we're high enough we can do that. Boomerang it is. We're down to about 36% battery. Yeah, so I guess essentially that's just a droney. It's going out and back in. And it looks like it kind of lost me here, but that's all right. Okay, so we're just going to do one more thing. We're going to do a dolly zoom here. Dolly zooms are always so much fun. Yeah, and that was it. So let's mess around with cameraman here for a second. I'm gonna go back and up just a little and draw a picture around myself. And if I understand it correctly, the drone will stay in place, but it will follow me wherever I go. In other words, it will keep the camera on me. So I'm going to walk away from the Canon M50, and it is doing exactly that. So it's just yawing in place. Let's try something here. Let's walk directly under it and see if it'll spin around and catch me on the other side. That's usually, and it did. Ha! That's awesome. But of course, it kind of, the size of the box kind of changed. I think yeah, I don't know, my FPV kind of froze up here, so. Well, it worked pretty good there for a second. Let's go back into manual flight. Yeah, the FPV is frozen on the screen. Wow, I was about ready to give it a big compliment there. So, I'm going to do what a commenter told me to do one time. When that happens, you guys can see the screen is frozen up. Yeah, now it went completely black. They said to simply unplug it and plug it back in, the OTG cable. So that's what I'm going to do. Then we'll plug it back in and see if we get FPV back. And we did. So that works. So we're in cinematic. Let's go back into sport mode. And I want to show you one more thing here. Let me, while I bring this up. So on the controls there, you see classic and arcade. Arcade, I want to look into that more, but my understanding is that it will follow wherever the camera is pointed in arcade mode. So that should be kind of fun. And you control that, I believe, with the left stick. I'll have to do some more investigation into that. But anyway, we're in sport mode. We're down to 15% battery. Let's go up and back a little bit. And let's see if it'll go into emergency RTH here pretty quick. Point back towards the corner of the park there. And we'll turn around here. I know at some point the algorithm will tell it needs to come home. Yeah, and you guys see the interference I'm getting there, and I am not very far away from the drone, and I'm pointed directly at it. That is, that is a problem with Wi-Fi drones. That's one thing I'll say about DJI and that OcuSync. Man, it is, you just don't have those kind of issues. So we're down to 9% battery. I keep wondering when this thing is going to, less than a minute before auto return home. Okay, I knew that would happen. Okay, here's the thing. I don't want to burn this battery down that far. I just wanted to see that the drone knew it needed to come home. So I'm going to go ahead and hit return to home on the controller. And let's see if we can get another, it's ascending to height. Can't remember what I have it set at. 37 meters up evidently. And it is coming home fast. Let's see if it'll hit another landing. I see the cannon just quit. Yeah, it looks like it's going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and hit land here. I'm sorry you guys can't see that on the cannon, but it hit right in the H. That is phenomenal. That's how you do precision landing right there. That's pretty cool to see. Yeah, evidently I ran out of battery in the Canon M50. I'm sorry about that, guys. So what we'll do is we'll do our conclusion with the drone. So one of the cool things about this drone is that camera points up, and I can point the camera up, and I can talk to you guys. Okay, we are recording. Okay, so it's been quite some time since I've had the Parrot Anafi in the air. So we took it up today, and I apologize. A good portion of this video was me kind of refamiliarizing myself with some things, and I know I kind of was digging around for some stuff there, but you know, hopefully this helps you guys kind of get to know the FreeFlight 6 app a little better too. I love this little Parrot Anafi. Is an amazing little bird. The only complaint that I have at this point is that the interference on that Wi-Fi, and if you're in an urban environment like this, it struggles. Now, you know, you take it out in the country, it's fine. I've flown this thing, wow, almost a couple of kilometers out before, and it does just fine when there's no, when you're not in an urban environment. But it's very susceptible to interference. I mean, you saw me just in the park here, losing FPV and so forth at times. That's the only downside. It is. I really congratulate Anafi in that it's they keep adding features to this thing, and you know, we benefit when they come out with that new FPV version. We get it in the app. I mean, everybody benefits from it that has an Anafi right now. So you know, I can highly recommend this. I'll let the footage today speak for itself. I'm sorry if my voice is a little bit off here today, but I'm starting to feel better. And you know, there's nothing that'll make you feel better than getting out to fly a little bit. I'll say that for sure. So anyway, that's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel. And most of all, I appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And I got a lot more stuff coming up. It's an exciting time to be flying drones, and a bunch of new things coming. So thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye now.